What's up, everybody? It's your host with the motherfucking most. Third Walk Rising. Powerful things going on in the world right now. We got while the media distracts you with some important stories going on. Like Brazil. People up there turning up. You know what I'm saying? Taking to the streets. Millions of people taking to the streets. Meanwhile, the media doesn't cover it. They're distracting you with bullshit like gay marriage and Paula and Trayvon Martin and divisive issues like that. You know how they do. Meanwhile, we got millions taken to the streets. We got Turkey, the motherfuckers turning up, all against this global governance, this tyranny that's been in place throughout human history. And revolution is now. That's all there is to it. Those who are awake, we know the problem. There's no need to go into too much detail. We know the problem. We know all the same players that are involved. We know the pseudo media and the pseudo journalism and the government controlled media. These masters of brainwashing, you know what I'm saying? Finessing the public. Story I want to cover is the assassination of Michael Hastings, good journalist. There's many good journalists out there, but he's getting some buzz right now. You know what I'm saying? This is the man who got General McChrystal, to lose his job. You know what I'm saying? If you're familiar with Michael Hastings, straight up killed him. You know what I'm saying? Blew up his car. They're claiming that I don't know, spontaneous combustion or whatever the fuck they claiming, man. False. You know what I mean? Basically sending a message to other journalists out there that you don't live in a free America, which you know that. You know what I'm saying? You live in a twilight zone, basically. You know what I'm saying? And if you truly try to investigate, truly try to be an investigative journalist, you will be assassinated. Period. That's the message they're sending. But that's the only tool that they got is fear. That's all they got, So those who are fearful, sit down and, good little sheep, do your thing, you know what I mean? Be scary if you want. Those of us who know the problem, it's time to talk about the solution. You know what I'm saying? As much as I would love for there to be a peaceful process to this, it's just not likely. Revolutions usually aren't peaceful. You know what I'm saying? We can get out there. Look at in Brazil, for example. Millions, unprecedented, millions protesting in every city in Brazil. They won't even cover it on the motherfucking news. That's a big story when you think. Nah, they ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? So even here in America, I would like to start out with huge gatherings, huge protests. Fuck a permit, man. Once we concede them the power, they have no power over humanity. They didn't create life. You know what I'm saying? They have no power to be able to tell us what to do. I mean, once you give them that authority, you know what I'm saying, you've already given up right there. You know what I mean? Non-compliance is the key. And defiance. Non-compliance and defiance. When I was born, I didn't agree to all this shit. You know what I'm saying? When you're born into a country, automatically you're a citizen. So you're what? The state owns you? Off top. The state owns you. So, I didn't have no choice in the matter. You gotta be born somewhere on this earth, right? Anywhere that you're born, automatically you already own. They say you have to adhere to their ideology. What kind of bullshit is that? I didn't agree to this shit when I was born. You know what I'm saying? So why should I didn't agree to this rule. I didn't agree for you to dictate when I can smoke bud, or that I have to get your permission to drive my vehicle, or that I need, if I'm sick, that I have to go through you to get medicine. You know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck that. Once you realize how mind control works and how much they've been controlling your reality, that's a powerful thing. Control a man's reality. You know what I'm saying? All this pseudo journalism, this pseudo media. Come on, man, it's a joke. I can't watch this shit, man. It's fucking evil. You know what I'm saying? So they have all the media distractions, you know, so they can control the narrative. They're always controlling the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Now we gonna control the narrative. It's time. We know the problem. We know the key players. It's time to work on a solution. We need to boycott all the media outlets. You know what I mean? They're all shields. They're all government shields. Profiteers of war. They're complicit. We need to treat all these people like they're complicit. The Rothschilds, all these motherfuckers, we know they're evil. We know who's running the show, and we need to start putting bodies into this shit and holding them accountable. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a court, all that shit, because then you giving up right there. You giving them, you acknowledging their power. No, fuck all that. It means nothing. All that little piece of paper, they don't acknowledge all that shit they write on a piece of paper, so why the fuck should you? You know what I'm saying? They want you to play by rules, meanwhile they don't gotta play by no kind of rules. They want you to wrap yourself in fucking patriotism, meanwhile they have no loyalty to nothing. They create these imaginary lines and want you to be nationalistic and patriotic, meanwhile they have no loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Capitalism creates, oh my god, a teeter-totter effect. The haves and the have-nots. Why do you think that the Native Americans didn't? Why do you think they couldn't defeat the Native Americans, man? They couldn't defeat their ideology. You got the buffalo that provides you shelter, clothes on your back, roof over your head, food in your stomach. You know what I'm saying? They didn't need the white man's ideology. And I'm not just saying white man, I'm just talking the ideology in general. You know, capitalism, imperialism, all this bullshit, all these systems of control, basically. See, they couldn't wrap their heads around it because it was absurd. You know what I'm saying? They had nothing that they needed. See, in a community, in a tribe, the people prospered together, and they went through hardships together. Everything was on an equal playing field. The problem with these punk motherfuckers is they don't want to be on an equal playing field. They want to live like kings on earth. They want to be above. They want to be greater than you. Nah, it ain't like that. We all equal. You know? We're born on this, so everything, this is paradise. Everything is here for us. We're living on this big rock of abundance. This big rock of abundance. Everything is here for us. And our time here is only temporary. How could a man own the land? How could a man own its resources? It's not true. You can't. You know what I'm saying? We're on this great big rock full of abundance. How do you let these people control your mind like that? With a false sense of scarcity. You know what I'm saying? Where they constantly are putting divisions within the population. There's a war on the people. It was declared a long time ago. It's been going on throughout human history. You know, all these undeclared wars. It's an undeclared war on your ass. They want to live like gods on earth. Meanwhile, you're a fucking peasant working for them like a little bitch. It's a pimp and a hoe game, man. Pimp and a hoe game. I didn't. When I was born, I didn't agree to none of this shit. None of us did. We're born and we're taught this is the way it is. This is the way you gotta do. No, fuck that shit. I don't acknowledge that shit. I don't bow down to your authoritarianism. You know what I'm saying? This authoritarian bullshit. Fuck all that shit, man. We don't need to go to courts. We don't need to go and have Congress. All these niggas is complicit in this shit. All of them is complicit. Fuck them. We bring them all to justice. We turn up in this bitch. Period. Peace would be, a peaceful process would be great, but they just ignore you. They'll do their whole psychological bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We know how the game plays, man. This is chess, not checkers, man. Sometimes you just gotta do what's necessary. You know what I'm saying? It's either you got two options. You be subservient, you suffer and you continue taking their shit and living under their manipulation, or you fight for freedom, for true freedom. You know what I'm saying? We don't need governments. You know what I mean? It's written in our hearts already. We're living on a big rock of abundance. It's about working together. It's about helping each other. It's about love. It's about peace. It's about happiness. It's about prosperity. Not all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? All these systems of divisiveness. Keep your punk ass in line. You know? That's all it is, man. It's just all negative. It's all negative. Control your reality. Control your own motherfucking reality. You know? And sometimes you just gotta, revolutions can't always be peaceful. Where did it get, what, all the great, I like Buddha, and, you know, I like Gandhi, and they great ideology. I love them men. And they on point, but sometimes you have to take, you gotta physically, you know, do the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? There's no other way to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's how they have declared war on you. They are attacking you on a daily basis. They are murdering and killing people. You know what I'm saying? And let's not get it all confused. The names, this is one entity of these select few who are running these systems of manipulation. And if you are going along and you are part of that, then you're complicit too. And it's time to hold your punk ass accountable too. You know what I'm saying? There's power in numbers. There's our spirit. We have power. You know what I mean? We're great thinkers. We look at all that we can create. You can either do two things. You can create or you can destroy. What do you choose to do? We create things. We do great things like create automobiles, right? All the great technology we create. But then some other punk ass motherfucker comes and uses that. They didn't create nothing. They use that, manipulate that invention. You know, electricity, automobile, and then they turn around and say, oh, you need my permission to drive that vehicle. Bitch, I don't need your permission. Did I need a license to hop on a horse and go down the way back in the day? No, it's not freedom. How absurd is that? If I'm sick, I need your permission to get well. I have to go to some white doctor in a white coat and ask his permission for him to tell me what my ailments are, which I know what my ailments are. God has put everything on earth in abundance. It's just right there for the taking. So the drug laws, so okay, it's illegal if you go and heal yourself. I'm gonna throw you in jail out of fear of you losing your freedom and you being locked up. But if you come and get it from me, you little bitch, then it's okay. You gotta pay me the $300 though if you want to get well and you want to get better. That makes absolutely no sense at all. Healthcare industry. How could you have a healthcare industry that's a for-profit business? They have no. Why would they want to get you better? They have no vested interest in getting you better. Their interest is to make money, obviously. Heroin is labeled as the worst thing in the world on the street, but it's chemically identical to morphine. And what happens when you go to the fucking hospital? What can they do for you? What if I get my leg chopped off? I go to the hospital. All they can do is give me morphine for the pain. This has been around since the dawn of man. This is on the oldest tablets known to man. Flower from heaven. Poppy plant. You go, cut the sides, get the sap off, boom, there's your medicine right there. God already put it there for us. But I have to go to a person to ask the permission for me to get well? What sense does that make? I gotta ask you permission. Let's say I built a car from scratch. I need to go and get you need to grant me permission, and I have to pay you to be able to drive that shit every month? Nah. We ain't buying into that shit. We don't acknowledge anything. We don't acknowledge any of your fucking laws or none of your bullshit. There's too many people who are awake, but a lot of motherfuckers is too lazy to do anything about it. You just want to sit on your fucking ass and not do nothing, living in a land of luxury. But you also, do you want to be complicit? You don't think that they got plans for your punk ass too? You know what I'm saying? This is systematic. They will turn around, the same people who got you to, they believe that you signed off on all these wars. Oh, well, you elected these motherfuckers to go into Congress, and then they authorized. Well, that ain't the way it works. I didn't authorize shit. But they're gonna make it like the American people are complicit. Then when it's time to cash in on your bitch ass, then they already got all the enemies that they need to come to descend on here and bow, boom and bust every time with these countries. It's always the same fucking players getting away for years. You know what I'm saying? So what are we gonna do about it? That's the question. Time for talking is over. You know what I'm saying? It's time to start actually standing up to these motherfuckers. Get a summons in the mail? Fuck it. Throw your license plates out the fucking window. We need a global movement. We are not for this global governance bullshit. You cannot tell us what to do with our lives. We are free. We are born free. We're living in abundance. The sky is not going to fall when we just tell them, go fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? We could use machines to help us. We could be running 24/7, producing crops and whatnot, and we could be living in abundance and in peace and have energy for other things in life. You know what I'm saying? To get beyond all that. But they got you in this constant mode of go to work, come home, go to work, come home. Fuck all that shit, man. Nah, fuck all that. We could be living in abundance, man. Shouts out Hugo Chavez, rest in peace, man. You know? It's a dirty world we're living in, man. And you can't bow down no more, man. Famous quote, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. And that's real shit. What you gonna do? Everybody needs to do their part. Play your position. You know what I'm saying? It's time for talking is over. It's time to start getting it in. It's time to gather outside these fake ass pseudo media corporations. Gather outside of Washington. First, we'll let them know we on to you, bitch. Then we can storm the Capitol buildings and bring these people. We know their faces. Remember during the Iraq War when they had the little cards of the ace and the king and all the most wanted people? We, as civilians, as citizens of the world, as free men and women, need to do the same thing. Compile a list of the top people who are wanted for crimes against humanity. How about that? How about we start there? That's a good place to start. Yeah. So all freedom lovers and all my people who are spiritual and who want to be free and who are awake, that's what we need to do. We need to compile a most wanted list for crimes against humanity and then storm the place where they're hiding, because they can't hide unless they go to space for some shit. And once we start storm, then we bring them to justice. We're not gonna bring them to court. We're not gonna. We could play the little mock trial bullshit if they can prove their innocence. Yeah, you know. But we will hold court in the streets. That's what we need to do. Hold court in the streets. And if the amount of evidence is already overwhelming for a lot of these individuals, so there's no need to talk. You know what I'm saying? Explain this, bitch. You know, you know, period. Do they bring people to justice? Do they no, they assassinate. So just play by their own game. They assassinate people. They don't bring them to trial. We already know all this shit is dirty. Profiteers of war, murder, death. We could be living great and peaceful. We all want the same thing inherently. We all want the same thing. There's some, not all, but you know, there's some people who are evil and there's some people who are profiters and living good. But that time, your time is up, man. Your time is up. Manipulated and mind control and all that shit. Now we through with all that shit. We done. Game over. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take back our freedom. We're gonna take back what's rightfully ours. We are on this huge rock of abundance, and it's time to start enjoying life. And not, they make this the place of sorrows, man. place of suffering when this could be a great place for humanity. We could be living so great, but we let these few people control us. I always wondered how you in jail, there's a couple thousand niggas in jail and only a couple jail guards. Really, what's wrong with their psyche? Literally, all we got to do is you just turn up. They have this system in place, and they play dress up like a motherfucker. It's cute. They just dress up in their little uniforms, have these little titles. Why are you so confused that you think this person has authority over your life? They don't. This is pen and paper. Power to pen. Their pen game is something vicious. But once you just say, you know what, fuck all that. Oh, this says this law. Fuck, I don't hear you. I don't acknowledge you. I don't acknowledge nothing you're saying. I didn't agree to that shit. I never agreed to it. So fuck you. Bottom line. I didn't agree to it. Oh, well, the law of the land says that you can't smoke weed. Fuck you, nigga. I was born free. God meant for me to be free. You are nothing to me. I did not agree to that. No. What's that? I can't do this? I didn't agree to that, too. How about we start? Okay, I got one thing we could do. We could get this movement moving on. One day, just everybody throw their license plates out the fucking window on the side of the freeway. That way there's piles and piles of license plates to show, okay, we want freedom of transportation. Fuck a vote in the Senate. Fuck all you niggas, you senators. Don't even vote, too. Because then you're giving them the authority. You're letting them think, oh, democracy. Fuck all that shit, man. Ain't no such thing as democracy. Shit is a joke. Now it's time we finally start doing something about it. I want to hear more solutions. You can comment, you can rate. Rate, don't hate. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, come on, man. You niggas that sit over there and the people who are awake and try to hate on us and shit, either you're a shield working for the government, you're not going to change our minds, bro. We're not fucking stupid. So just, you're wasting your time. If you put that much energy into actually, you know what I'm saying, investigating some of these claims, you'd be better off. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have a solution, then what the fuck you doing? You know what I'm saying? We know the problem. Now let's work on solutions. Let's organize. It's time to start organizing shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I'll throw out a date. Let's say, I know July 4th is around the corner. Independence Day would be great to mark our. Well, fuck that. We need a new day. How about July 18th? August 18th. Y'all let me know. Let's get a march on Washington. If we can't make it to Washington, we'll do it on your state capital, on your local capital. All the judges, all the people who think that they got power over us, hold them accountable. They're all complicit. All of them. Guilty. Guilty by association, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? CIA, FBI, all you niggas. And this goes for the whole world. All these government systems that they have in place, we're not buying any of your shit no more. We ain't doing it no more. We don't answer to you. We're going to be a free people. And I'm not going for anarchy and all that. No, we're smart enough for that. That's how they'll spin it. They love spinning that shit. No, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? We're living in abundance, and we're gonna enjoy life. Fuck y'all. Y'all niggas can go to hell. And we'll treat you like you've been treating us. Undeclared wars and assassinations and shit. That's how they do it. So why should we gotta play by rules, but these niggas don't play by no rules? Nah, we're tired of all your fucking mind games, man. Tired of all your mind games, man. We ain't doing it no more. I'm out. Third Rock Rising. I'm gonna be making more videos. We're gonna turn up.